What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Going for Two. I am Q1 Humphreys. The Minnesota Timberwolves are exposing the Los Angeles Lakers' biggest weakness. They're exposing them. The Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves played Game 3 of their Western Conference first round series, this time in Minnesota. And the Minnesota Timberwolves took home a 116-104 victory. The game was highlighted by LeBron James' greatness, 38 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Anthony Edwards on the flip side had 29 points of his own. Jaden McDaniels led the Timberwolves in scoring with 30. Julius Randle had 22. It was a down game for Luka Doncic. They said he was dealing with a stomach bug. He finished with 17 points, and AR finished with 20 points. So watching the game, the Lakers can't guard. The Lakers cannot defend They can't defend the Timberwolves, man. They can't do it, and it's not because of the size, or I would say it's not because they're giving the ball to Gobert. I said in the preview video for the playoffs, I said that the Minnesota Timberwolves, the key to them winning this series will be Rudy Gobert going to have a good series. Rudy Gobert is not doing nothing. Rudy Gobert is not getting no shot attempts, y'all. He will be down there wide open, and the Lakers will not guard him, but his teammates are not giving him the ball. And to be honest, that's probably for the best, at least in this series. That's for the best. Because when Naz Reid comes in, he's playing, the offense is way better in comparison to when Rudy Gobert is in the game. I love how Anthony Edwards kind of adjusted. He adjusted and he played a better game in this game than he did in Game 2. Game 2, the Lakers did a different look. They changed to kind of a boxes and elbows kind of defense, where when Ant had the ball, they kind of zoned up on him, and when he didn't have the ball, they went right back to man. And they tried to do a little bit of that today, and that turned Anthony Edwards into having to be more of a playmaker. Last game he only had 1 assist. This game I want to say he had 5 or 6. But at the end of the game, he was either scoring or assisting on every single basket for the last 5 minutes of the game. He either scored or assisted on every single basket for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We saw him hit a couple of big-time threes, hit several big-time shots. He had a big defensive play. He had a big play on defensive end where he tied up Rui Hachimura and forced a turnover. And that he's just ascending. He's ascending, man. And I think he's getting to the point now where we see them young stars. He's getting to the point now where he's just understanding the game at a different level, and there's not too much you can do to stop him. We see this happen with all kinds of stars. I think that's where Ant is. To the LA Lakers, man, I think it's insane that Jackson Hayes can't play. He can't play. Jackson Hayes has been registering under 10 minutes every single game of this series. Every single game he's played less than 10 minutes because he can't be out on the floor. So most times your 5 is Jared Vanderbilt or Dorian Finney-Smith, and that leads to barbecue chicken in the paint. We see Jaden McDaniels score 30 points, only making 1 3-pointer. So Jaden McDaniels was putting the ball on the ground and getting to the basket, laying the ball up. The points in the paint, of the 116 points that the Timberwolves scored, 56 of them came in the paint. It's chop suey down there. Of course they're attacking Luka. As well, getting him on Anthony Edwards, getting him in front of different guys so they can try to go score. This is just not a good matchup for the Lakers. And part of me, along with the rest of everybody else that watches the NBA, we wanted to believe that the Lakers would win this series because of the brilliance of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. LeBron James and Luka really haven't had a great game together. Game 1, Luka had 37, LeBron was quiet. Game 2, Luka had 30 and LeBron had 21, which is a decent game. It was a decent game, but I wouldn't say I think they're gonna need a lot more than just, Luka 30 and LeBron 20 to win. Tonight, LeBron had 40 points and Luka only had 17. AR had 20, probably his best game of the series so far. But the thing with the Lakers is they're not gonna get any stops against the Timberwolves. And I've seen enough. They're not gonna get any stops against them. If the Timberwolves can hit relatively any of their shots, the Timberwolves should win the game. And I think a lot of us gave the benefit of the doubt to the Lakers because of the stars they have. But in actuality, that's just not gonna work. Because the thing is, when they take out Rudy Gobert, and Rudy Gobert hasn't been playing too much. He's been playing way more than Jackson Hayes, but he hasn't been playing too much either in this series. But when you take out Rudy Gobert, it doesn't just help you offensively because it allows you to have that spacing, because you can run a 5-out with Naz Reid. He had a big time 3 in the fourth quarter as well on the wing off of an Anthony Edwards pass. But defensively, you can switch everything. You know, I think Luka Doncic is very, very good, but I think the thing is, Luka Doncic is more of a pace. He's more of a pace scorer. He's not a quick twitch scorer. So I believe that, you know, he'll still kill you with, you know what I'm saying? He'll still kill you because he's very crafty. But I think we saw a play at the end of the game, or near the end of the game, when Julius Randle got switched on him. And Julius Randle walled up and stopped him from getting a shot up, leading to a LeBron chuck that gets out of the backboard. But the thing about Luka Doncic is, like, he's not going to just blow by you. Not if you're a decently athletic defender. So when you bring in Naz Reid, everyone going to guard. There's no matchup that you can hunt on the floor if you're Luka Doncic. And that's one thing LeBron James and Luka Doncic have excelled at over the course of their careers, matchup hunting. But when you take that out of the game, it gets tough. It gets tough, and we saw that tonight for Luka Doncic. You know, I know the stomach bug thing probably slowed him down a little bit, but hey, it's the playoffs. If you out there, I don't want to hear nothing. And that's how I'm feeling with Luka. Game 4 in LA. This is a pivotal game for the Lakers, man. If the Lakers do not win this game in LA, it's wraps. I'm sorry. They're in Minnesota game 4. I'm sorry. If the Lakers don't win this game in Minnesota in game 4, it's probably wraps. I would say it's wraps. But on the flip side, Minnesota probably needs to try and wrap this series up, because I don't want to see Luka or LeBron in a game 7. We know how them guys get in them elimination games. So this game 4 maybe is going to be the biggest game of the series, obviously. But it's going to be the biggest game of the series. And I believe whoever wins that game probably, most likely, in my opinion, goes on to win the series. But so far, it just appears that the Lakers just don't match up well with this team. They don't match up well with the size, with the defense, with the athleticism of this Timberwolves team. And it's going to take LeBron and Luka to be insane for them to get it done. We also saw tonight, the Magic and the Bucks win a game and get back into the series. Now the series, both of those series are now 2-1. The Bucks actually put a beating on the Pacers today. The Magic, you know, I guess they had to get one. I still got Celtics in 5. I believe the Bucks are going to tie this series up going back to Indiana. I truly believe that. Shout out Gary Trent, 40 ball, random 40 ball, but he might have saved the Bucks season. But tomorrow we have a bunch of NBA action. We got 4 NBA games, and y'all will most likely see me sometime tomorrow reacting to either one or all them games as well. But until next time, going for 2, we out of here.